Follow my socials.
Hi, beautiful people, July 28th, Ensemble Stars. Male idol anime, which might maybe have a little bit of action. Maybe la 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 light spoilers. Male optional. The designs have a little bit more detail, but they were honestly not that impressive. The first half seems to have a very direct, let's have a male idol anime premise, and then the other half tries to inject something that could be interesting, but they don't really develop on it, so it might not turn out to be anything special. And since you spend half of your episode on the boring premise, I tend to think it's just going to be a boring anime. Again, it's not really my cup of tea, but that's not really the problem. The problem is not being shoujo, the problem is not being male idols. The problem is you don't actually develop anything, and then you have these moments where the characters are spoon feeding you what they want you to think. And that just doesn't work. That being said, it's not impossible that it could get better. One of the few things that was developed was this character who is really silly, and it didn't actually make me laugh, but at least it was better than the rest of them. There's one moment where they seem to really be doing something interesting. It looks like the first half was just to take you out of your comfort zone, and then they're going to twist that and do something really interesting, and it stops right after. But let the rocks roll. The moment where they seem to be really going to do something interesting and change everything is that they have a battle. An idol battle, but it's a conflict, so it could be interesting. And I thought it was interesting even in the first moment when it wasn't physical. So when it turns physical, it really looks like they're going to twist this and do something interesting. The problem is that everything feels really empty. There's no reason why their teacher is Kagi. He's Kagi, so he has a little bit of characterization, but it is purely visual. But that's okay because it's just a supporting character. All the other characters that actually have a role in this episode have the same kind of characterization. The one moment where I thought they were actually going to put some effort in this and make a difference, it's when they start to characterize not only the silly one, but the other serious one, but it dies right after. The other thing I thought they were going to do is that all of them act in a really stereotypical way for idols, for certain stereotypes. So I thought they were going to say they are acting like this because they are forced to, because they are idols. And that could have been really interesting, but they don't do that. If they do that in the future, it could be interesting, but I'm sorry, you don't have to spend a whole episode establishing this to only capitalize on it in the future. So it's tiny little seeds that could bear fruit, but in the middle of all of this, and it's too little. But that's it. What did you think of this episode? Leave it on the comments, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye. And if you enjoyed it, please like, share with your friends, subscribe, and don't forget the bell. He is Kagi, so he has a little bit of characterization, and it is purely visual.